Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I am Teresa. This is my channel, Just Teresa. Thank you so much if you clicked on this video and came to the Just Teresa's book club. Woo! And my very first book club is the Will Smith's new book. I am so excited. I've been reading it now. I've read 8 other times. I'm on part 9, as you can see right now. If you haven't seen the other parts of it, you haven't. I'm like your audio book reader. So if you have not caught up, you can go to the playlist. It says Will Smith, and you'll be able to listen to me read all the other parts, so you'll know what we're up to over here. If you're not subscribed, please do me a favor and hit subscribe, okay? And share me out if you have the ability, and a thumbs up ain't gonna hurt nobody. Get on down, okay? So make sure you do all of that. And thank you for coming to the live. Hey, Akil, what's up, homie? Hey, Simon, Professor, what's good? Happy New Year's to you. Thank you so much. What he say? What you say, Professor? Happy New Year, my sister. Whoop, whoop. Right. Happy New Year. Hey, Kiki. Here at work watching. I'll be in and out. Not a problem. And my moderator, Buddha, came through, left her little messages. Hey, Prince Daniel. What's going on? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Yes, I am here for another reading of the Will Smith book. See, I make it easy for y'all. Y'all don't have to read it because I'm doing it for you. Okay? I'm doing it for you. And it is a good book. I'm going to do a recap, and then we'll be jumping right into the next reading. Today's part 9. Okay? Hey, Rochelle, what's going on? How you doing? Here in the background, listening while I shop. Okay, absolutely. If you're in the car, you're in your house cleaning, you're cooking, you're doing laundry, it's an audio book. I'm your audio person. Just play it in the background, honey. Thank you so much for doing that. Hopefully, to all my writers who've been here from part 1 to part 9, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate y'all. And if you guys could share me out and tag me in it so I'll know, I would really appreciate that. But a thumbs up don't cost you nothing. If you don't want to share, just thumbs it up for me, okay? I'm doing well, Rochelle. Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing good. How was everyone's new year so far? We're like 13 days into the new year. How's it treating y'all? Is it treating you good or is it treating you bad? Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Hello. Oh, she's saying hello to everybody. Kiki, how you doing? Jaden, what's up? Thank y'all so much for coming in. Thank you so much. We're going to get started in a minute. I just want to give people time to get in here. Don't forget there is a playlist. If there's any part that you didn't listen to, you want to go play it, you absolutely can. Leave me comments throughout the commentary pertaining to the book, okay? So that we don't lose too much focus. I love people writing comments as I'm reading. If there's something you want to say about the subject of what I'm reading, then please put it in the comments for sure. If you got friends, tell them I'm your audiobook and I'm reading for y'all. Thanks so much. So that I won't hold everybody forever, I usually wait 5 minutes. It's been about 4 minutes. We'll wait 1 more minute for people to come in. I've shared it out already twice. I shared it out twice, so hopefully I can get some people in. If not, it's okay because people watch the replay and I appreciate them as well. So if you're watching the replay, thank you. Please leave me a comment and let me know what you think so far. And I'm going to do a little recap and let y'all know what's been going on so far. Prince Daniel, why does that name seem so familiar to me? Let me see. Who's Slayer? Hey, Slayer. Simon. Professor, who's Slayer? What I miss? Professor. Thank you for the heart, Kiki. And if you're driving or you're cooking or you're doing something and you're just listening in the background, you can't really leave comments, do me a favor and just drop a heart every now and then so that I know that you're still there. Okay? Because it's not a good feeling to feel like you're just reading and nobody's listening. You know what I mean? Hey, Spiky, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? Akil, where are you at? Are you at work? Are you in and out? Are you here? Or what you doing? Spiky, how's your new year? Everybody, how's your new year? My new year has been well. Very, very, very busy, but it's been good. Drinking my lemonade. Hopefully, y'all got your hot chocolate, your tea, your whatever you drink, milk, juice, soda, beer, whatever it is. Hopefully, y'all get your drink, pull up, sit down, and join me and let me be your audio reader. Oh, you're in Walmart. Okay, okay. Hey, Irish Traveler. Birds finished yet at Simon. Oh, okay. Hey, Frank, what's up? Hectic but good. Okay, Spiky, I got you. Same thing with me, especially with us trying to move. It's the same thing with me. Hi, Irish Traveler 353. If anybody in here is not subscribed to me, please do so. That would be great, and I will follow you back, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Frank G, for sharing me. I really appreciate that. That's okay, Spiky. It's okay. Listen, everybody's busy. I barely make it to people's lives anymore. It is what it is, so I understand completely. Not a problem at all. I used to go to so many lives, and now with us packing and me working, and then it's just hectic. So until we completely moved and settled in, I just got to get in where I fit in. Hey, KG, what's up? Y'all say what's up to my... Look at the KG, y'all.
I hit a heart.
Wait a minute. Somebody need to tell KG the rules. When he's in my chat, he cannot be talking to me right there because he's in the chat.
Rule breaker, that's what I do.
He said, rule breaker, that's what I do. Y'all say hi to KG. That's my hubby. He's finally off from work. We're never off at the same time. So now he's going to show out and be in the chat. Y'all a mess. Frank G is laughing at you. Frank, look, Frank, he go in the room and then he turn around, come right back out, still talking crap. He don't even know. He don't know the rules at all. Oh, look at the kill. Irish Traveler said, Just Teresa, I've just subscribed to your channel from the Professor. Thank you. Thank you, Irish Traveler. Thank you, Professor. Simon and my friend. Oh, okay. Got you. Thank you so much. Frank said, what's up, KG? Hey, yeah, Spiky, get KG. Please get him. He don't know the rules. He don't even know the etiquette. I'm gonna put a wrench on his ass though. Watch. What's up? Oh, Professor said, what's up, OGKG? They all talking to you, man. I'm gonna y'all think he know what to do with a wrench? No, because every time I go live, he's at work. I'm gonna put it on him though. Watch this. Let's put some pressure on him. Okay. Now you are a moderator. You said what's up to everybody? Oh, he's writing y'all right now. Professor said, ha ha ha. Sup, OGKG. I like that. Hey, Charlene, what's up? While I'm waiting for people to come in, we're teasing my hubby. KG is my husband. He's always at work. Today he didn't go to work, so he's actually in the live. So everybody's saying, what's up? Hey, Buddha. What's up, boo? Oh, there we go. What up, Akio?
Oh. I'm putting somebody in a time. Somebody goes in a timeout today.
Yeah. Oh. He sees the abilities of a moderator. Okay. Iris Traveler said, just Teresa, the professor told me to stop by and subscribe. I'm a YouTuber from Ireland. Yay! I love my international subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Love to have you, Iris Traveler. After the live, I will follow you back so I can see hopefully you got video of Ireland. I would love that. Oh, he got the wrench. Yes, Spikey. He in the background reading it. He's reading it like, wait, I could put somebody in timeout. I could put somebody. He's never done YouTube in his life. Yeah, Buddha, it's a mess. Buddha saying, what's up, Kay? Okay, so Spikey saying, okay, amen. Thank you for coming and joining. Yes, thank you so much for coming. He pulling out his belt on the host.
Nope, that's whoever I got to put in timeout.
Oh, and the timeout people. So he really don't know the rules, okay? So, if y'all act up, hubby gonna try to help Buddha zap away all these people that be in here talking that mess, you know? All right, so I have lots of videos up on my channel, including drone videos. Woo! Iris Traveler, I'm going to go. So let me see if I'm subscribed to you. I'm going to subscribe right now. Okay, I see you. 443 subscribers. I'm going to make 444. I just put the bell on for you, Irish. And right after I do my book reading, I do drop the link and we help people get more subscribers. So come to that today, too. Hey, Professor became a golden Justy. Woo! So clap to that. Bow, bow. So clap to that. Bow, bow. So clap to that. Thank you, Professor. Woo! Yes. Oh, I don't know what happened to it. Maybe your card didn't work or something. No, I don't know. Hi, Shalisa, you made it. Hi. Thank you, Professor, for being a golden Justy. Yes. Thank you. I am still here. Thank you, Frank, for still being here. Yeah, that's what I said. It's probably your debit card. That happens to people all the time. I see you, Shalisa. Prince Daniel saying, I see you, Shalisa. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Charlene, for telling him. Thank you. All right, so now that we got some people in here, hopefully y'all hooked y'all sister up, shared me out if you're able to, and thumbs me up because we're all able to do that, okay? Even if you can't share me, we are all able to thumb. So thumbs me up and subscribe. I got a new subscriber today out of Irish Traveler. I'm so excited. Thank you, Irish. No problem, Irish, no problem. I will be there, okay? I love my international family, just like my American family. We're all the same over here, okay? So, as y'all know, I am basically your audio reader for the Will Smith book. I am on part 9 today, okay? That means we have read it 8 other times. So if you want, anytime you're not busy, I have a playlist with all the other readings if you want to get caught up, okay? I have the book. So I'm a huge Will Smith fan. And the thing I love about this book is it's not about Will Smith, the superstar, so much as Will Smith, the child that grows into the superstar. So we hear stuff about Will that we never knew. So, anything I say, anything I read, I'd love for y'all to give me some comments if you want to, or if you're just listening, every now and then drop a heart in the chat so I'll know you're still there, Yes, Rochelle, you are actually, because some Walmarts, it don't even work. So, so there is a playlist just in case y'all didn't know. Now, let me give you a quick little recap and then we'll get right into reading. Thank you, Buddha, for sharing my TikTok. Anybody in here who's not following me on TikTok, please do so. Thank you, Frank. Thank you. Frank is funny on TikTok too. But anyways, okay, so So in the beginning, when I did my first reading, that's when Will Smith was a kid. Y'all remember his dad made him build a wall, him and his twin brother and sister. Will is the oldest out of all three of them. He made them build it by hand, brick and mortar. They hated it as kids. But of course, it was a message that he was trying to give them at the end of it. You know what I mean? You didn't thank me. Oh, thank you, KG. Shalisa, my husband in here acting up. KG is my husband, Shalisa. Please tell him how to be a moderator. I put a wrench on my husband. He's never done YouTube. He's usually at work. And he's home today, so we are really bothering each other big time. You're so welcome, Frank. Thank you, KG. Thank you, Buddha. There goes the Will Smith playlist. Thank you. Right. Oh, you see how he act, Frank. You see what I got to deal with, right? Oh, my God. Now I got to do is get him on social media with me. YouTube, TikTok. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. He's not a social media person. So my training, exactly, Spiky. Exactly. The man that lays with me better be subscribed to me. Come on. Okay. So can you pin it? Pin which thing, Buddha? Boo. You mean replace the pin I have and pin which one? Pin the... Oh, yes. I can replace it and put that one. Yes, absolutely. Let me see if it'll let me. Yep. Replace pin message. Okay. All right, so I replaced my share, thumbs me up and subscribe. Y'all should already know to do that. And I replaced it with Buddha's message for the playlist so y'all can put it in your remind me later. Hi, Love and Live Show. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for being here. I am recapping I've been reading the Will Smith book, and this is my Just Teresa book club. Welcome, everybody. We are on part 9. I have read 8 other parts. I just pinned the playlist right there in the comments. My moderator put it in the comment section, and I pinned it. Oh, did I hit something to make this mess up? Wait a minute. So like I was saying, I was doing that little recap, and the recap was what you were doing, Teresa. Thank you. Last time I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Charlene. So, you remember on part 1, his dad was very strict, very militant, and he was drinking a lot. He was he was always there, always present, but he was like, he would beat their mom, beat them. He had his own beliefs. He made them build the wall from scratch. Will went to different high school. Will's used to get in trouble all the time. A dude almost broke his whole face open with what you call those metal knuckles, brass knuckles, but he used padlocks to punch Will in the face on his first day in school. And then it also, in the other readings, we talked about how he met Jazzy Jeff, because he met Jazzy Jeff in Philly at a mutual friend's house. That's when Will really started discovering that he could rap. You know what I mean? So stuff like that is what was happening on the other parts of the book. And if you keep talking junk, I won't take out the trash. We're going on strike. Okay, you won. It was a fantastic story. Exactly, Prince. Exactly. So last week, him and Jazzy Jeff had finally hooked up. They met from a mutual friend's party. Will was coming in there to do battle rapping, and he knew that Jazzy Jeff was the biggest DJ in town, but he was actually going there to battle rap somebody that Jazzy Jeff was bringing with him. He didn't know Jazzy Jeff. But when he got there, Will's best friend didn't show up, and Jazzy Jeff's rapper did not show up. So Will said to him, well, so that we don't ruin her party, why don't you DJ for my rapping, and we can just see what it make you do. And he got on the mic, and Jazzy Jeff does what he does, and it was like magic. So that is how they met. And then last week they went on their song from that day started blowing up. It played on the radio, and their little duo started growing. Will realized he really had something special. So they went on their first tour with some makeshift manager that they're starting to realize is not that good for them. They're on tour right now with last week's reading, part 8's reading, with EPMD, KRS-One, I believe it was, and all those heavy hitters in that time who were very controversial with the cops. Will and Jeff were good boys. They were kind of like the bad boys of rap back in those days, Yes, for the emojis, yes. Buddha laughing at KG. So clap to that. Yes, yes. Fly over the strike because she too fly. Hey. Yes, Shalisa, that's what I was saying. Y'all pull up. Get your snacks, get your drinks, pull up. Oh, thank you, Shalisa, for deleting that message. So, babe, you see, she had to delete somebody that comes in and puts those little. I was about to do that. You seen it, though?
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're going to get it, but you got to, it's quick. It's quick thing. They're pretty quick, so you probably won't catch it. But you did see the link the person tried to put. That's not allowed because those are like sexual links or something. So that's why she blocked them. All right, because we don't have that over here. Okay. So last week they were at the point where the cops were coming, starting to tell them they were on tour with all these EPMDs and all of that, and they were starting to get in a lot of trouble because the other groups wouldn't stop saying explicit stuff, the naked girls on stage, the controversy towards the cops, So that's where we left off at, okay? So that's just a little recap. Go to the playlist. I pinned it. It's pinned right in the chat if y'all want to know more. All right, let's get into this week's reading, part 9. Boop, boop. Thank you all for being to the book club, Just Teresa's book club. Thank you so much. I get them on my live piano shows also. Yeah, lately. I didn't used to get them, but now it's like crazy. And all my Navy shipmates called me Jazzy Jeff. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. I can't do my job without my hammer, right? Exactly. Well, my mom's got a hammer today, Professor, because they're gonna be blink, 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 knocking out those little trolls. Okay. All righty. Let's get right into this week's reading. All right. Okay. Before they were out on concert, getting in a lot of trouble because EPMD and all of them were doing too much, okay? Public Enemy, 2 Live Crew, and Luke, Uncle Luke, all of those people, all right? Jefferson, okay, before the concerts in the South, there were always meetings with local sheriffs and chiefs of police to inform us of the local laws and statuses that govern the behavior that would be tolerated on stage. We were informed that any infringement would lead to an immediate ending of the show, and we would be forcibly pulled off the stage and arrested. Needless to say, both public fatalio and hanging Klansmen were frowned upon in Mississippi. Given the high stakes, these meetings would inevitably escalate into social debate and legal interpretation. Chuck D knew the law. He had local advocates, community leaders, legal scholars aiming him with the counter arguments and information necessary to defend his First Amendment rights. And when all else failed, he had bail money pre-organized. But what was not going to happen was some local sheriff telling him he couldn't perform his show exactly the way he wanted to perform it. He hung a Klansman every single night of that tour. Luke Skywalker, on the other hand, wanted to get arrested. He saw it as supremely effective publicity. I can never say that word. Uncle Luke was a brilliant entrepreneur. He owned his own record company, distributor, agency, and merchandising group. Hey, Tracy. Thank you for coming in. Yes, thank you for walking and listening. Please thumbs me up, share me if you're able. Thank you. He hadn't yet worked out how to expand his business beyond his regional foothold, but he knew that if he got arrested in Macon, Georgia, that Baton Rouge and Shreveport, Louisiana would sell out within 24 hours of the headline. And on top of it, he had a perfectly lovely time on stage. He was also well aware of the growing national and international spotlight that was shining on the question of art versus mortality. At the time, Tipper Gore, then the wife of Senator Al Gore, was leading the charge against profanity and entertainment. Back then, FCC rules forbade broadcasting profanity, and 2 Live didn't have a single record that didn't have profanity in it. Even record store owners were getting arrested for crimes of obscenity for selling their albums. So Uncle Luke got a boat, built a radio station on it, and kept it offshore in the international waters where he could legally broadcast back to the mainland. Luke saw 2 Live crew being at the explosive center of this battle, and he aimed to harness this fuel to expand his business globally. Eventually, the U.S. Court of Appeals ruled that rap was protected by the First Amendment. More than 20 years later, Luke Campbell ended up running for mayor of Miami-Dade County. I remember sitting in those meetings wanting to raise my hand so bad and say, "Excuse me, Mr. Sheriff Officer, sir. You don't need to look at me because my grandmother agrees with you. But honestly, you can probably just arrest them right now. Because Chuck is definitely going to hang a Klansman tonight. And Luke never gets past the first chorus before his balls are all the way out." This is Will talking to himself. Now our show, Mr. Officer Sir, is good, wholesome family fun. Jeff is the best DJ on earth. Ready Roxy can make the theme from Sanford and Son sound like it's underwater. Omar couldn't even walk till he was 6, but now he's the best damn dancer since. Who might you know? Who's a good white dancer? Fred Astaire. And if there was ever a black kid you wanted your daughter, Becky Sue, to bring home, I promise you it's me. You won't have no problems out of us. Are we free to go now? This is what Will is thinking about him and Jeff getting away from all the bad people. I don't remember JL speaking once in any of those meetings. Instead, he filled legal pads with notes. He studied every single word. He later went back to research the status. He met with Public Enemy's managers, made friends with their tour promoters, picked Luke Skywalker's brain about major labels versus self-distribution. JL is their manager, by the way, for those who didn't hear the other readings. That's okay, Buddha. Thank you. JL spent less and less time going with us sightseeing to clubs or to amusement parks and more time studying the music business from any and every angle. Touring had opened our eyes to the industry and in intricacies of how it actually worked. Public Enemy had a management company, accountants, A&R reps, and road managers. We just had JL. Word Up Records, Dana's record label, still didn't have any other artists signed to it. Dana didn't tell us how many records we sold. Our record still wasn't available in any stores outside of Philly. But the breaking point for me happened when we found out that Dana had not been returning calls from Russell Simmons. What? Back then, Russell was arguably the single most important person in the hip hop world. He had been representing artists and producing records since '77. He co-founded Def Jam Records, the biggest hip hop label in the '80s. And he groomed, managed, and produced all of the biggest acts such as Beastie Boys, Run DMC, LL Cool J, and Houdini. Hi, Love and Live. Apparently, Russell had been trying to contact us for months already, but none of his messages were getting to us because he was trying to reach us through Dana. We were pissed. Russell absolutely loved DJ Jazzy Jeff in the Fresh Prince. He was raving about the first line of Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble, where I say, oh, my eye, man, this guy just walked up to me and punched me in the eye. Man, okay, my rapping ain't so good, y'all. I can't even remember the beat right now. Talk about how I was just trying to talk to his girl, man. I don't even know her, man. Y'all know that song? We know it, but the way I said it, we don't know it. Hi, Books, Flaws, and Stuff. Welcome in, sis. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Please, please, please thumbs me up. Leave in the comments. I am your audio reader for the Will Smith book. Okay. Welcome to my book club. Hey, chilling with Ray. How are you? Thank you for coming in, sis. Thank you. Thank you. I'm reading the book. Any of the parts that y'all did not hear is in a playlist. See, I'm on part 9 today. So welcome. Yes, Prince, I know the song, but for some reason, I'm not getting the beat right now. I'm going to have my hubby come in here and tell me the beat. And so Russell loved that song. That's the illest shit I've ever heard, Russell said. What rapper admits that he got punched in the eye? Russell recognized our honesty, vulnerability, and self-deprecating humor. Unheard of in hip-hop at the time as a passport to places rappers had never gone. Russell wanted to work with us. Unfortunately, Dana refused to talk to him. I've always marveled at JL's and Dana's opposite reactions to Russell's enthusiasm. Whereas Dana was threatened by Russell's interests, JL saw Russ as a potential teacher and a gateway to new opportunities. And JL had a plan. Even though Dana controlled the recording of our music, JL controlled the management of our career. He agreed to turn over the management of DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince to Russell Simmons and Liar Cohen at Rush Management under 3 conditions. 1, they would put Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince on tour with their biggest artists. 2, they would hire JL to oversee our account. And 3, they would teach JL the business. Russell agreed to all of that. Beautiful Live, and please thank you, Buddha. Thank you. Russell agreed. It is so painful when people I care about miss the opportunity to elevate. I've been in this kind of situation maybe 50 times in my career. I am trying to climb and fly as high as humanly possible. And I want to take the people I love with me. But invariably, at critical moments when the necessity to level up presents itself, some people, like JL, rise to the occasion and others fold, whether they don't see the grander vision or can't take the heat of the fresh challenge, or they're trapped by some hidden self-defeating narrative. Over and over, I have suffered the pain of waving from the bow of the new ship as they're left behind standing on the shore. Yes, Spiky, definitely is. You got to get us out of this Dana deal, I said to JL. It doesn't work like that, JL said. So he can just hold us back and there's nothing we can do? Doesn't he have some legal responsibility? He has a contract, JL said. You just make the records. Let me figure this out. Hip hop was now global business, and DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince were primed to be packaged and sold to the world. We needed national and global distribution. I'm good, no complaints. Okay. Buddha must have said hi to Shalisa. Okay. Jive Records was based out of London. Jive would later become famous for masterminding the careers of Britney Spears, NSYNC, and Backstreet Boys. But back in the 80s, they were the biggest hip-hop label in Europe. With Dana controlling our record in the United States, JL orchestrated an international distribution deal with Jive to sell Rock the House overseas. Jive hired Dana's Word Up Records to be the official distributor of DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince in the United States. On the surface, this appeared to be an easy win for Dana. He'd get to keep selling our records in the States while we'd gain a bigger profile worldwide and go into the studio on Jive's dime. Basically, Jive would cover all the costs, but Dana would still get a revenue stream at home. Dana couldn't wait to sign that contract. Dana got a big check and sold our international rights to Jive. Okay, Rochelle. Jive immediately remastered and re-released Rock the House in March of 87 with a new cover and a new burst of energy, and it became a significant global hit. They were also able to sell this new version as an import in the United States. Dana realized that he had opted for a one-time payment instead of a royalty, and he could do nothing about the imports. So he demanded more money and threatened to refuse all cooperation with Jive. A legal battle ensued. Popping over to say hello. Hi, Eat to Live Strong. Thank you for popping in. Thank you, Vern, for the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome in, everybody. I'm on my 9th reading of the Will Smith book. Welcome to Just Teresa's Book Club. This is my very first book club and my very first book in the book club. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. And there is a playlist with all the other 8 readings. Okay. So we are on number 9 today. So welcome. Please thumbs me up, share me out if you want to, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. As soon as the lawyers started digging into our paperwork, they figured out that I had been 17 when I signed the contract with Dana. Under Pennsylvania law, anyone under the age of 18 cannot legally sign a contract without a parent or guardian present. I had signed mine in the lobby of a studio before a recording session. Therefore, in legal terms, our contract with Dana never existed. Just like that, Dana Goodman was out of the DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince business. Dana was furious. At first, he blamed Jive and Russell Simmons, but lacking the lawyers and money to go after them, he decided to exact revenge on the next best thing, me. People in the neighborhood started pulling me up. Hey, man, Dana's really upset. Just watch your back. Then one night, he pulled up outside our house, parked his car on the street, and just sat there. I was terrified, but Daddy-O never flinched. Not saying a word, he opened the front door, walked up to Dana's car, and leaned down into the open passenger window side. Daddy-O saw a gun on the dashboard. Can I help you, Daddy-O said. What's that MFR at? Where's that MFR at? Dana gruffly responded. He came with a gun to try to shoot Will. Well, if this MFR you're looking for is Will, he's in the house. You're welcome to come in and kill him now, and the whole family's home too. Because if you touch Will, you're going to have to kill us all of us. But we ain't accepting no effing threats from you, period. Daddy-O immediately turned his back on a man who could have easily shot him and strolled into the house. I'm not sure if it was his military training or his upbringing on the streets of North Philly, but he taught me a valuable lesson that day. It's better to die than to walk around scared. Come on. I was in the living room peeking from the curtain. I watched as Dana put his car in drive and drove away. Okay? Daddy-O said, I'm not going to live my life in fear. If you're going to shoot us, you're going to have to shoot us all. And walked away from a gunman. And that is a great message, but nobody wants to live in fear, but I don't want to get shot either, but I get it. Okay. If this book were a movie, we've now reached the montage scene where the music kicks in for The Love of Money by the OJs and everything goes great. Our hero can't miss. He's on the come up. Every shot goes in, every kiss burns with the passion of 1,000 suns. He can't get to the bank fast enough to cash all the checks. His name dances off the lips and rings in the ears of the high and mighty. No longer emblazoned on the side of his pants. His moniker now bounces off his chest in 24-karat herringbone gold littered with ethically sourced diamonds. It became clear in this year that he was never going to college. Never meaning Will. Right, exactly, Spiky. That's why he wrote the book. He wanted people to know his life exactly how it happened. The stuff that happened before even this part 9 is crazy. Our debut album, Rock the House, led by Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble, as the first single and now plugged into the international distribution center of Jive Records, ending up going gold, selling more than 500,000 copies, and would eventually reach number 83 on the Billboard 200 chart. And while that wasn't necessarily considered earth-shattering at the time, Cinderella had made it to the ball, okay? Now, I don't want to be the old guy at the end of the bar yapping about how much better music was in his day, how these kids don't know nothing about real rap. There is actually brain science that theorizes that the songs you hear in your teenage years become embronced in your emotional memory, heightening their nostalgic power beyond any other period in your life. That's not what's happening here. I get that that's what happens with other people, but this is not some dopamine-induced opinion. Blinkered by wistful memories of a fairy tale adolescence. No, what I'm saying is objectively and factually true. The late 1980s was the greatest time in hip-hop history, period. Full stop, amen. Please be seated. Allow me to make my case. From the moment Jeff and I stepped on that tour bus in the late 86 through summer of 88, we performed nearly 200 shows. And I would like to list just a few of the hip hop icons with whom we shared a stage. Imagine this in my trying not to be an asshole voice, okay? Run DMC, LL Cool J, Houdini, Public Enemy, Two Live Crew, Salt and Pepper, Eric B. and Rakim, NWA, EPMD, UTFO, JJ Fad, Beastie Boys, The Ghetto Boys, Heavy D and the Boys, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Kid and Play, MC Light, Queen Latifah, Grandmaster Flash, Ice-T, Matronox and Just Ice, Eazy-E, Too Short, MC Hammer, Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, Big Daddy Kane, Biz Markie, Roxanne Shante, love Roxanne, MC Shan and the whole Juice crew, A Tribe Called Quest, Leaders of the New School, Naughty by Nature. Shall I continue or are we good? Music was epic back then, y'all, epic. This was one of the greatest periods of my life. Everything was new. We were defining the culture. We were a part of the wave, the tsunami that was carrying hip hop across the globe. Every artist was unique. Something happened every show that was a first in hip hop. We were playing in front of crowds where sometimes 50% of the audience had never seen someone rap before. They were in awe. There was an intoxicating energy of discovery and adventure. Happy New Year to you too. I would go to this theater to see that. I love Will Smith. Exactly, Spikey. Me too. That's why I am the audio reader for the book, because we're learning so much. Like I said, the other parts that I've already read is even more about his childhood. Really good. This was a time in my life rich with first encounters and mind-expanding new experiences. The executive who ran our account at Jive was a Japanese woman named Ann Carley. At first, Jeff and I were a little confused at how she was going to direct our careers. And then she spoke. She had been at the heart of the initial burst of hip hop in New York City. She fed, hold on, y'all. Let me delete this link, okay? Okay. All right. She fed Jeff and me a global diet of the world's hip hop colorings. I could feel my spirit of adventure awakening. I discovered the vital importance of travel. It lends critical perspective. Things that had been dilapidating problems in my mind on the streets of West Philly barely existed in a rodeo arena in Omaha, Nebraska. Nothing appeared in the chat. Oh, see, here it's showing me I deleted XOXO or something. Crazy. I made a promise to myself that I would eat anything that the locals ate. I've eaten blackened alligator, sea slugs, camel, and chocolate-covered crickets. Everything tastes like chicken. It doesn't. I just always wanted to say that. I wanted to see and do everything. On the back of the moderate but solid success of Rock the House, Jive Records was eager for us to record a follow-up album as soon as possible. In the fall of '87, our first ever trip out of the United States was scheduled. 6 weeks in London, where Jive was headquartered to record in our company studios. Hey, Chillin' with Ray, thank you so much for coming. You have a good day. Thank you for stopping by. But 2 weeks prior to our departure date, JL called me with that 1 o'clock a.m. phone call where even the tone of the ring makes your heart jump. Jeff was in a car accident, he said. Disoriented, I responded, what happened? Where is he? Is he cool? I don't know. I'm going to the hospital. I'll hit you back. Back then, there were no texts, no reaching people in their cars, no minute-to-minute reports on how your loved ones were doing. Hi, Lele. Thank you for coming in. Welcome to my book club. My very first book is Will Smith. I am reading it as your audio reader. Welcome. Please thumbs me up or share me out if you have the ability. Pull up a seat, pull up a drink, juice, coffee, tea, whatever, and listen to me read. It's a real good book. Okay. Hey, Super Rainbow Queen. Thank you for coming over. Thank you for thumbsing me up. If you're not subscribed to me, anybody that comes in, please subscribe to me. That would be great. Thumbs me up. I appreciate y'all. And I will return the love. Okay? I'm trying hard to get to 3,000. Okay, so Jeff is in a car accident. But okay, there was no text, and you just made sure everybody stayed off the landline. You kept checking the phone for a dial tone, and you waited. And the longer you waited, the more graphic and disturbing the pictures your mind painted, until you were absolutely certain that you'd never see them again. At about 3:15 a.m., the phone rang again. This time, the ring was louder than it should have been, like it was ringing at me and at me instead of for me. I answered, yo, he's cool, JL said. His right leg is broken and he has a cast from his hip to his ankle. Other than that, he's fine. But the doctor said he shouldn't fly. We need to postpone this trip for about 8 weeks. In the background, I heard Jeff scream out, I don't give a F what the doctor says. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be on a plane to London. And true to his determined spirit, 2 weeks later, we were checking into the Holiday Inn Swiss Cottage. It was me and Charlie in one tiny cramped-ass hotel room, and JL, Reddy Rock, and Jeff and his full-length cast in another. Just 5 Philly kids, dreary English days and dank English nights, but a private recording studio set aside just for us on Jive's dime. Hey, Tuba Chad! Thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing me on Reddit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Buddha, for putting my links down there. Thank you. We spent more than a month in London. I couldn't have told you a single thing about the city. We didn't walk through Hyde Park or visit Westminster Abbey. We didn't see Buckingham Palace or climb the Tower of London. We didn't sit in a 1,000-year-old pub and eat fish and chips. And we sure as hell didn't go to no soccer matches. We never even adjusted from our jet lag. We woke up at 4 o'clock p.m. every day, hit the studio by 6. Worked until 6 a.m., grabbed some free breakfast from the Swiss Cottage buffet, and went to bed around 7 a.m. We kept that schedule up almost for 6 weeks, and it was bliss. So they had a rough schedule. Y'all pull up your drink. Well, except for the one night that Jeff decided he wanted his cast taken off. His 6-week appointment to have it removed fell while we were still in London. His leg was starting to itch, but he didn't trust Britain's National Health Service to take it off. He was more comfortable if me and Charlie Mack did it. If you guys are still here and you're just listening, drop a heart for me. Thank you. As a general rule, if someone asks me if I can do something, the answer is always yes. A delusional trait that both Charlie Mack and I share wholeheartedly. It's a cast, I'm saying. It's just a cast. Let's just take it off, Charlie said indifferently. Thank you, Tracy. I too felt confident in the basic simplicity of the operation. It was just a cast. I called room service and requested a steak knife. Little did I know that British hotels didn't carry steak knives. This would make the process of cutting a piece of steak far too easy for them. Undeterred, I said, well, can you send up 30 butter knives, please? The Swiss cottage butter knives had a tiny serrated edge at the tip, which suggests that they weren't actually butter knives. My plan was I would give Charlie 15 knives and would begin cutting at Jeff's ankle, and I would take 15 knives and start cutting at Jeff's hip. The way the math played out in my mind, by the time we'd worn out the serrated edges of the butter knives, we should have met Jeff's knee for a quick 5 celebration before making the last ceremonial cup. Thank you, Eat to Live Strong. Thank you so much. Much love to you too. Thank you for the hearts, Tracy. Okay. The cutting began, or the lack therefore. Butter knife after butter knife bent and fell as confusion grew into frustration on Charlie's sweat-moistened face. Yo, these knives ain't doing jack, he said. I was 12 years old the last time I had a cast, and at the time, they were made of plaster of Paris. Apparently, cast science had advanced since then, and Jeff was made out of some new aligned material that I later learned was fiberglass. About 6 knives in, I called a halt. Undeterred, I suggested that Jeff get into the bathtub. We make the water as hot as he could take it, therefore softening this puppy up. I assured Jeff it would come right off. He agreed. Me and Charlie helped Jeff into the bathtub, both legs fully submerged, and then we waited. Pretty soon, a look of concern washed over Jeff's face. Yo, man, y'all need to get this ass off of me. It's tightening up, Jeff said. I remember thinking, what would MacGyver do? MacGyver was a 1980s hit TV show where the lead character, Angus MacGyver, would get into all kinds of predicaments, only to come up with some ingenious solution. As I was attempting to channel my inner Mac, I heard the door to the hotel room open. A few seconds later, JL pokes his head into the bathroom. By this point, Jeff is squirming and moaning in the bathtub, while Charlie Mack and I are on our knees holding 2 butter knives, with 28 others scattered all over the bathroom floor. JL takes a long pause, presumably trying to puzzle out what he's seeing. Stumped, he shouts, "What the F are y'all doing?" Okay. Thank you, Buddha. What the F are y'all doing? JL, Jeff squealed. You got to get this S off of my leg. Why are you in the tub? He screams. JL has spent the previous 2 years working at a hospital. So while it was not his expertise either, he at least knew that you don't soak a fiberglass cast in hot water while it's still on someone's leg. Thank you, Buddha. You can't get that cast wet like that. Just get it off, Jeff is saying. Stop bitching, man. It can't be that bad, Charlie said. Get him out of the goddamn on tub. JL was furious. You don't need to be yelling at us, JL. That don't help, Charlie snapped. Me and Charlie got Jeff out of the tub as instructed and laid him on the bathroom floor. We had been keeping canned foods in our hotel rooms because Swiss cottage room service wasn't all it could have been. JL immediately went over and opened a can of beef stew. With the jagged edge of the aluminum lid, he came over to Jeff's cast, and whereas Charlie and I had been trying to cut vertically up and down the cast, JL made horizontal moves across the cast. And like Grant through Richmond, in less than 90 seconds, he had made a full-length incision cut. which Charlie and I were able to easily pry fully open. Jeff was free. Thank you, Eat to Live. Thank you so much. Hi, mi vida loca. Welcome. Welcome. Hi, little felon. Oh, that's Buddha. I know that's Buddha. Which Charlie and I would okay. Jeff was free. Angrily, JL threw the top of the beef stew can into the trash, and as he exited, he grumbled, "Y'all are as stupid as S." In medical scenarios, we may have been dumb and dumber, but in the studio, we were fire. These recording studios were probably the purest creative experiences I have ever had in my career. We recorded so many songs, and the record company loved so many of them. And they decided to attempt something that had never before been tried in the world of rap. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince would release hip hop's first double album. We're almost done, y'all. We're almost done. Hi, Buddha. Thank you, Buddha. Jeff and I had no concept of what this album was going to do, whether it was something fans would want to hear, whether MTV would like it, whether radio stations would play it, whether hip hop heads would diss it. None of this crossed our minds. All we cared about was that we were inspired and inflamed by the creative process. We were having fun. We were best friends at the center of our new family, and we were on the cutting edge of a burgeoning global art form. We were riding high, but in hindsight, in perspective, seeds of impending discontent were being sown. Some people thrive at high altitudes, but others can't breathe. And what do people do when they climb a mountain and they realize the air is too thin? They try to get back down as fast as possible. Quincy Jones called it altitude sickness. Yes, drop them hearts. Thank you. Thank you, Rochelle. Yes, for the just dance emoji. Okay. Thank you. In high school, Reddy Rock and I had been best friends. We would ride around every single day battling and creating. We were inseparable. But as DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince began to take shape, human beatboxing was becoming less and less of a core art form within our group. The record company was also not interested in songs featuring human beatboxing. The result was that Clayt was being pushed to the fringes of our new family. I was telling him to not worry. I got you, I said. In hindsight, it was too much change too fast. And the experience demanded emotional maturity that was far beyond what any of us possessed. And to make matters even more painful and complicated, Charlie Mack and I were becoming locked at the hip. We weren't just sharing a hotel room together. We were sharing every aspect of our lives. Good, sis, and your funny husband. Yes. We were sharing every aspect of our lives. There's even a song on the album celebrating my friendship with Charlie Mack, the first out the limo. The song developed from Charlie overdoing his security job. He would sit in the front of the limo with the driver, and we would be pissed if me or Jeff got out before he did. He would bark, "God damn it, y'all. Let me secure the perimeter before you step out." There are no songs on the album about Reddy Rock. From 87 till 90, I did not step outside without Charlie Mack with me. Whereas Jeff and JL were quiet, introspective homebodies. Charlie and I were loud, raunchy, center of attention party starters. We were always looking for something to get ourselves into. We both love to party. We both love to talk. We loved traveling and gambling and fast cars, and women loved us. Charlie was not only matched, but also challenged my adventurous spirit. This joker never wanted to sleep. If we were only in a town for 10 hours, he didn't see any reason to spend a single minute in the hotel room. Right. Many a day, he literally dragged me out of bed to go to Paisley Park in Minneapolis, or to go hear a speech given by some activist in Chicago, or demand that we take a picture on the strip which is what Charlie calls the Champs-Élysées in Paris. Come on, man, he say, you get to sleep all you want when you dead. Okay, y'all, we're almost done because I got to get ready for Drop the Link in a half an hour. Come on, man, he say, you get all the sleep you want. Oh, Buddha, can you drop my reminder link for Drop the Link? It's on my page as well. That will be in a half an hour. If anybody needs help growing their channel, please come over there with a video under 2 minutes. So it could be a short, it could just be 2 minutes or less, okay? Then I'll be able to help you get some really good, loyal followers. Okay. The other part of our chemistry was that Charlie and I are both incredibly competitive and absolutely delusional in our high self-regard. We'd spent entire days arguing about who could run faster, who's a better driver, who's funnier, who's smarter, and most of all, which one likes girls more. Charlie absolutely hated it when a woman walked past him to flirt with me. He could not figure out why a woman would want to waste time with me if she could have him. He finally begrudgingly concluded, man, the only reason girls want to get with you is because you're the famous one. To which I replied, nah, Charlie, you got it backwards. I'm famous because all the girls want to get with me. We were the yin to each other's yang. We filled in the gaps to each other's life experiences. We saw each other's blind spots and augmented each other's deficiencies. Thank you. What Buddha put in there? 4961620. What is that, Buddha? Buddha, did you get hacked, Buddha? Hey, Trap Vision, what's up? How are you? How are you? Thank you for coming in. Hello, hello. Good afternoon. I am finishing up my ninth reading of the Will Smith book. I am everybody's audio reader. Welcome to the Just Teresa Book Club. Whoop, whoop. My very first book club and my very first book, okay? So this is a moment. Almost done. We got 5 minutes and then we're done. And then I'm jumping right into Drop the Link. All right. Oh, my dog pulling the cables. Okay. Buddha, do me a favor and drop the link in here so they can go straight over there as soon as we're done. Okay. Charlie liked Daddy-O, had sharp, streetwise instincts. He used to call it his ghetto radar. Charlie just knew when something bad was about to happen, we'd be out somewhere, everything would be going great, and out of nowhere, Charlie would whisper in my ear, let's go. Thank you, Trap. Yes, I got my book. It's unique for me to have my own book club. I'm actually going to put Just Teresa's book club right along the border right here. And then whatever book I do, it will be the main thing in the middle, you know. But yes, my very first book club, my very first book. Come on. It's a good book too. He would tell him, let's go. I remember thinking Charlie Mack was the human equivalent of an overly sensitive smoke alarm that keeps going off at 2:00 a.m. when there's no fire. And because it's a smoke alarm, you can't ignore it. Because one day there may actually be flames. But Charlie Mack was an infallible, perfectly calibrated hood smoke alarm. Every single time I'd be grumbling in the parking lot as the sound of gunshots rang out from the party we just left. Yes, Trav, you sure can. Anytime, you know, we compensated for each other's weakness. Charlie knew the streets and I understood broader emotional patterns. I was book smart and mainstream friendly, whereas Charlie's physical appearance was scary and intimidating. I knew how to smile, make people feel safe, and get us in anywhere. Both of us were wildly deficient, but together we made one really capable person. Oh, thank you, Spiky. Thank you. I was Charlie's ticket into rooms into which he would never have been invited. And Charlie was the hammer that came down on anybody who dared to talk S about me. He emboldened me to defend myself physically. Around this time, the chorus of criticism that I was corny and soft was beginning to rise. I didn't curse. I rapped about my high school experiences. I used a lot of humor. The S talking was that I wasn't a real MC, or the worst, that I wasn't black enough and my music wasn't real hip hop. Just punch the mother effer in the face, Charlie would say. He won't say that S next time. Okay? Charlie's thinking, let's just beat him up and they won't talk about you. So with him having my back, I started doing exactly that. If somebody talked shit, I punched him in the face and then jumped behind Charlie. PJ, I'm the Rapper was released on March 29th, 1988, anchored by Brand New Funk and Parents Just Don't Understand. The album would eventually reach number 4 on the Billboard's 200, going triple platinum, selling more than 3 million copies. Okay, thank you, Buddha. We're about to go over to drop the link in a few minutes anyways. What was so groundbreaking about the record was that half was a DJ-centered tour de force, a scratch album in which Jeff absolutely massacred the Wheels of Steel. And the other half was the rapper side, where I was allowed to let the hyper-creative, poetic playfulness of my 19-year-old mind run wild. Then the unimaginable happened. It was announced that the 31st annual Grammys Awards would be the first to include a rap category. And Parents Just Don't Understand was nominated alongside Salt and Pepper's Push It, Going Back to Cali by LL, Kumo D's Wild Wild West, the Wild Wild West, and Supersonic by JJ Fad. This was the first time I ever saw Jeff cry. I was excited beyond anything I ever experienced, but I am not an accomplished crier. I wasn't mature enough to act back then, but I always wanted to know exactly what part of it was so emotional for Jeff. Was he thinking about his cancer as a child? Was it his mother and his musical family who had been reaching for this for so many years, and he was the one bringing the honor? Was he scared? Did he realize there was no going back? That his old life was gone forever, and that the bar was now set so high. Let me check the time. Okay. Charlie Mack, who had been recently joined the Nation of Islam, said, "This is the will of God. Y'all aligned with the will of God. You won. I'm telling you, you won. None of them records going to beat your record. What God ordains, no man contains." Come on. What God ordains, no man contains. Charlie Mack had been speaking in spiritual rhymes for a few months now, but in pure Charlie Mack form, on February 22nd of 89, Bobby Farron won the record of the year for Don't Worry, Be Happy. Album of the year was George Michael's Faith. Tracy Chapman won Best New Artist, and the winner for Best Rap Performance was DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince for Parents Just Don't Understand, making us the first rappers ever to receive a Grammy. Whoop, 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 whoop. And we are going to stop there so that we can get ready for Drop the Link. What did y'all think about reading number 9? Hopefully you guys will stay tuned for reading number 10, and we're going to keep this book club going. I don't care if it's one person, 10 people, 15 or 20. We are committed, okay? I'm so glad you guys came in. Thank you so much. And if you have a video under 2 minutes, please hit that link that Buddha dropped and join me over there on Drop the Link. Drop the link, hey. Just Teresa's gonna drop your link. You know, hopefully y'all have been enjoying the book club. Thank you guys so much. I will be getting shirts made that says I'm a loyal member of Just Teresa's book club. Okay. Thank you. Yes, it is very interesting, Spiky. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully y'all get a shirt rocking that. And then one day I'll have everybody, my loyals, come up on the panel and we'll talk about it at the end of the book, or whichever book we choose next or whatever. We're going to come together. That's my plan for my book club. We're going to come together on a panel and discuss the book we have read, whether it's this one, another one, whatever. So welcome to the very first Just Teresa Book Club, y'all. Woo! I'm so excited. And it's something I have not seen anybody doing on YouTube. So I'm glad that I am one of the original people in my circle to do this. I personally haven't seen anybody doing a book club on their YouTube live. I've done DIYs, I've done trivia, I play games, which I'm bringing all of that back as soon as we're done moving. Okay, so you guys hang in there with me, please. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, thank you, Tracy. So clap to the super chat. Hey, thank you so much. Whoop, whoop. Thank you for giving me a super chat, Tracy. I love you. And Professor, thank you so much for being a Golden Justy member. You was rocking with me for about a month now, and I really appreciate you. Thank you. Buddha, you're still the best mod in town, girl. Shalisa, best mod in town. Thank y'all for being my mods. I just love y'all to death. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, Spiky. Thank you. All right. I'm going to head on over, get myself together, and in 15 minutes, I'll be starting drop the link. Okay, y'all? So I will see y'all over there. Thank you for coming. Bye. I got to go. Thank you. Yes, my mods, they rock stars. They're rock stars. Thank you, Shalisa. Thank you, Spiky and Tracy and Rochelle and everybody. Thank you, Trap, for popping in. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, guys, for coming through. Y'all are the bomb. Thank you, No Love. Rochelle, Eat to Live Strong, for popping through. Me, Vita, Enlightened Life, Tuber Chat, everybody. Thank you guys for coming by. Tracy Ocean. You guys are amazing. Lele Scratcher came in earlier, chilling with Ray. Thank y'all so much. You're amazing. All right. I was just making sure I said thank you to everybody. Bye-bye. See y'all in a few minutes. Bye.